Hello everyone and welcome to today's demo day. This is it. We reached the end of the third season of the Lefebvre Sarrut Accelerator program. Over the past 6 months, 8 startups coming from all across Europe have worked hand in hand with Lefebvre Sarrut team to work together on developing synergies, test new things, and create value together. Working with startups can lead to great innovation, but it is not always easy, especially for a group with a size like ours. This is exactly why we created Lightspeed 3 years ago. And over the past seasons, we have definitely improved, going from 2 partnerships out of the 6 startups of the first season to 4 proof of concepts with the 7 startups of the second season. And this year, I'm very happy to say that we've pushed it even further, as we managed to work in depth and explore the synergies with every single startup of the third season. This is a big achievement and the proof that we've made big progress in the domain of working with startups. Of course, this successful first stage doesn't mean that all project and collaboration will be successfully implemented in the long term. For this, we have to have an in-depth analysis of the results of the test in each country and figure out together the terms of a long-term agreement. But I think we can be all proud of this first milestone. So congratulations to all startups, to all the Lefebvre Sarrut teams involved, and a big thank you to all the innovation ambassadors without which it would never have been possible. But this is not our only achievement this year, because we onboarded for the very first time ever 1 new country of the group, and they did as brilliant result as the other countries. So special congratulations to Germany. Now, today is a special day. This is our demo day. The 8 startups are going to present the work they have produced together with our teams. But before this, I would like to welcome on stage Olivier Campenon, CEO of Lefebvre Sarrut.
Thank you, Thomas. And welcome everybody. Welcome to this Lefebvre Sarrut Accelerator program named Lightspeed. It's one of the best programs because it's talking about innovation, about young, dynamic people, and about learning. I think, as Thomas said, we created that program quite some time ago in order to learn how to best work with startups. And as he rightly said, for the third editions, we made some great progress. And I think I can't wait to listen to them and see how much they worked over the past 6 months. 6 months, it's very short, but you're impressive. I must say, you're always very impressive, how much you can do in 6 months. And of course, my very special thanks to all of the Lefebvre Sarrut people who've actually been involved day in, day out, helping you, working with you to actually make this progress. Let's see, how collaboration they've been able to demonstrate. Also, let's see what type of new ideas, maybe some new value propositions. Thomas just referred to it. We've already had some success in the season 1 and 2. I'm sure season 3 is going to be absolutely fantastic. But just to conclude these few words of introduction, I'd just like to say, how much everything you do is important. We are in a world that is changing. We're very proud at Lefebvre Sarrut to actually say this is quite a unique program, quite a unique accelerator in the legal industry. And why is that so important? Because again, our sector is evolving. And with young and bright people, as you all are, in all countries, you are helping, you are shaping the future. And we really believe in the future. We also believe that there are roles for all types of players, you, like us. We're very proud of being the leader in AI in this legal sector. I've also noticed that almost each and any of you have been talking about AI, using AI. So I'm really eager to see how you're going to put that in motion. You know how much we are putting it in motion. So working together is a pleasure. Working together is a future. So let's listen to you, not listen to me. So the floor is yours. And Thomas, please introduce the first players.
Thank you, Olivier. Do you know that today we are fulfilling one of my dreams? I'm going to be the host of the very first Eurovision Lefebvre Sarrut scale. But so, as promised, we will go visit each country one by one, and each startup will have 6 minutes to summarize their work over the past 6 months and share their learnings. Not an easy exercise, but we know that they are used to it. Unfortunately, no time for questions right now, but you will have time in each country to meet your startups and share with them. Are you ready? To kick things off, let's go to Italy to meet Corrado from DIFA Chile and Francesco representing Giuffre Francis Lefebvre. Together, they will present the new debt recovery module that they developed on GFL's platform clients. Corrado, Francesco, if you are ready, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Thomas. Good morning, everyone. My name is Corrado Blandini. I'm one of the co-founders of DIFA Chile. DIFA Chile is a SaaS solution specifically designed for managing debt recovery procedures. And the shared value proposition we worked with the GFL was first to empower professionals to manage more efficiently such kind of procedures, both in terms of reducing operational costs, so earn more from these practices, and especially for smaller credits. And second, to let's say increase also their opportunity of working on those procedures. And second, to enhance both professionals and their clients when they are interacting in the context of such procedures, which are quite boring, to have a better customer experience. So the proof of concept we ran with GFL had a specific scope, which was to develop a new module within the Clients Cube software aimed at law firms. And our purpose was to propose them to try the new module and collect some feedbacks from them. So what we worked on was first to design and then develop this integration, both from a technical and a graphical point of view. And this is it. So as you can see, the Clients Cube user access the software. In any new case, there's a DIFA Chile button there. When the user clicks the button, it's automatically redirected inside our platform. And from there, he is already authenticated and ready to go. So very smooth. Inside our platform, he reaches a dashboard. from where you can access all main functionalities and features of the platform, can create and manage data of the customers relevant to such kind of procedures. You can, of course, create and manage new cases and exploit our document generation features. You can send automatic updates via platforms through his clients and so on. So what were the KPIs of our proof of concept? We chose two. First was to reach a number of testers of the new model above 40. And second was to reach at least 10 of them interested in buying the new solution. So what we did was to send one DEM to every single client's customer, inviting them to test the new model. We created 52 new accounts, so we had 52 law firms that actually tried to use our new model, and 12 of them confirmed their interest in buying the new solutions. So we reached and slightly exceeded our chosen KPIs. What we learned from it, first we learned that the clients wants to buy the new model, which is good news for us. We also achieved the first basic integration of the new model, which is a good starting point from which we hope to move forward. And we also got very qualified feedback on our product, both from the GFL team and their clients, which was also very important for us. On the other hand, it proved very hard to capture the attention of the professionals. They are very busy with operational stuff. And also, digital and tech features for them appears to be very important only when applied to very frequent tasks. And this also has to be considered. And finally, we also had at the beginning some small issues in synchronizing the efforts from our team and GFL team, but of course we overcome it. So Francesco, I don't know if you want to move forward.
Thank you so much, Corrado. It's my time to share the pros and cons from a Geoffrey Francis Lefebvre perspective. Let's start from the positive aspects. It was very useful for the success of the program to identify the objective of the POC from the very beginning, thanks to the open mind of the Facilist team, which was to create a module for our new solution, Clients Cube. During the 6 months, I witnessed that to a lot of determination and commitment to reach the goal altogether, not only the core team, but also the extended team, meaning the software and IT department of Geoffrey Francis Lefebvre, and also the technical people of the Facilist team. I also was impressed by the ability of the team to overcome obstacles. Let me give you an example just to clarify this point. We created the prototype, then we asked testers to test it, and then we sent a survey. And we were waiting for lawyers to answer the survey, but they were not answering the survey at the speed we were expecting. So Corrado had a brilliant idea to propose our lawyers a one-to-one session to see again the platform and share their big feedback. Great idea. Finally, as a positive aspect, I would like to mention the extensive support of the Cambios team, the French consulting company that supported the Facilist team in revising and optimizing their interface of their current product. Talking about points of improvement. We had some delays during the 6 months, and that as a result, some activities were not completed on time. As a result, we had to work harder to complete the project within the allotted time. Finally, one humble suggestion for next year, for the next season, is to invest more time in analyzing the startup's needs in order to create workshops and masterclasses that really are tailored to their needs. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tomas.
Thank you, Francesco. Thank you, Corrado. And congratulations on these new modules. And thank you for your feedback. Now, in order to discover the next projects, we are moving on to the Netherlands, where we will discover work done with 2 startups, Salacia and Govid. Starting off with Salacia, Kees, Esther, we will let you present your ESG learning project. Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Yes, we are ready. I don't know if we already have. Yes, can you see us? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Europe. My name is Esther, and this is.
Kees Kerstens from Salacia.
Yes, and yeah, for the audience here, we're looking only at the laptop, so don't. Anyway, what did we do? We started, of course, in Milano, defining the program, and that was to see if we can organize joint commercial activities. The first of which were a training program. We did a webinar together, and also we wanted to organize a paid training. Next to that, we were looking how could we visualize our partnership by bringing the UX together of our two software solutions. So that was what we wanted to do when we started this program. We started with a webinar. We were also on Dutch national radio. We did a couple of training sessions together. And last but not least, we also went with our complementary solutions. We went to different companies and in order to sell our propositions and see if that could be successful. So that is how we started. Well, the first webinar, we had 225 attendees. It was a free webinar. But then, of course, we had the paid program. And there we realized 16 attendees with a turnover of around 18,000 euros. So that was really a great success. And well, here you see all the exposure we also did with regard to the program. So we were in a lot of social media campaigns and in the podcast, for example, that's what we did as well. And last but not least, we in the Netherlands, we organized an ESG certified training program. And Salacia, they took part as a tutor or a lecturer in this program as well, with their specific expertise on data management. So they gave a course there during this program. And then, last but not least, we went to the market. We visited clients, and in total, we had 35 enterprises which we visited or who were in the training. And last but not least, 46 accountants of different large and medium-sized offices. These were the companies where we could send in a joint quotation. And this week we will hear if we are successful at GVB, that is a transporting company. The other three are still pending. So that is what we did the last weeks to really also send joint quotation to these different companies with a lot of potential in the Netherlands. And then Kees.
Yes. So when we started off the accelerator program in Milan, we basically had two different platforms. So we had the SDU knowledge and workflow system and the Salacia platform for the numerical data points. And what we then I give one.
Do I need to stop it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So what we did with Cambios, we asked them to help us with figuring out a UX design which could help in integrating the SDU and the Salacia proposition in one touch point. So clients would from the start see how we work together. And we have a small movie of 90 seconds, and I'll be the voiceover of the movie. So what we did with Cambios is to yeah, it's running. So at the very first touch point, you already see the integration of Salacia and SDU. And then SDU picks up the client, has talked with them, and then introduce them to a very low barrier entry point, which is basically a training program. And in this training program, you see SDU modules, but also Salacia modules. And here you can already start working in the Celestia environment, but at a very low level. Once you've completed all the trainings, you go to SDU workflow and you start completing your tasks there. And once you go into the numerical data points, you go to the Celestia platform and you visit the Celestia platform from the SDU platform and start your task there. Then you have to start working on the gaps you have at that moment in time. You can do that from the SDU workflow system. And then again, you go back to the Celestia application to work on that. And then the real work starts. Then you have to start filling in all the gaps, collect all your data for your annual report. Then you go back to the Celestia application. There, our AI-powered match tool makes all the matches. And then once you're completed, you can, on the Celestia platform, generate a report, which is then directly inserted into the SDU workflow system. And voila, there you have your fully integrated report containing both the narrative data points from the SDU platform and the quantitative data points from the Celestia platform. So this is how it could look like. We still have to build this, of course, and that's also one of the main next steps. So what we'll be doing after this program is to continue our sales and marketing efforts together with SDU. On Thursday, we'll probably get the green light for the first joint project, and we'll start working on that. We continue the training programs because still a lot of companies have to be trained in the field of ESG. And we will further explore platform integration based on the design that Cambi made for us. And together we will accelerate to Lightspeed.
Yes, so
Thank
we
you very much.
yes, so we're not only adding AI, but also three other letters, and that is ESG. Okay, thank you very much.
Is very impressive work with this training and the co-branding. For the next pitch, we'll stay in the Netherlands with Tony from Govin and Ruben from SDU. Tony, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much. So it's 6 months. 6 months has gone by very quickly. In startup world, that's an eternity. It's always trying to see how you can survive as a startup, and I think we did very well with the teamwork of LS and SDU, of course. And we're here to present you what we have achieved in those 6 months. So, Govin, we create confidence in your legal back office. As a refresher, so what we do is we have an AI-powered platform that handles all the corporate housekeeping and entity management. So all the tasks are simplified. We centralize everything, all the workflows, and we're creating a single source of truth. So from the beginning, that when the customers onboards, AI is powering everything, allowing us to scale very quickly. And throughout the whole experience, AI is embedded to help the users get the value out of Govin. And we have partnered with Evident, which is an online shareholder register for Dutch companies because by law they have to comply. And Evident is providing a platform for centralized ownership as well as share transactions, and all the documents, all the underlying deeds are within the platform.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
One moment, please.
Lijkt het naar ClickShare ging of zo.
Ja.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay, thank you. So we've done a joint research together with Evident, and what we have done is we have done countless interviews, surveys, as well as competitive analysis of everything in the market, all the tools, all the different markets that we have researched, all the details, we have it. So please come to us if you want a more in-depth overview of it. But basically, we've come to a conclusion after research, which Ruben is going to tell more about.
We conducted interviews at the traditional clients of Govin, let's say private equity and venture capital, but as well in real estate, traditional companies. And it was not a total surprise, but there's definitely a market potential for this combination integrated product. But we also saw that there were some issues for clients to adopt. Sorry, there's no diction. Point again. Okay. So
Yeah.
Different picture. Stream.
Clients demand digital signing, which we haven't in Evident yet. There are a lot of exceptions in shell transactions, which we also cannot deliver. And Evident is really focused on the Dutch market, where Govin is more even an international product. We'll show you a short movie of a prototype we've made, and we'll validate in the coming month. Can you start the movie?
Click.
That's it.
I was counting. Werd in Parijs iets.
Oh, there it is. Super. I'll also share with yeah, super. There are subscription, of course, with this. What we developed is a prototype in which Evident and Govin are integrated through an API, and you can get a sneak preview of all the features from within Evident within Govin. So Govin is in the lead, and the sneak preview of all the shareholders' data is shown in Govin. And if you want to know more, you can log into Evident for the full details. Now we'll share the movie if you like on the internet of Lefebvre Sarrut. So what's the way forward? The way forward could be, or will be, from our concern, we'll start with an API integration, so you can open Evident within Govin. We're working on a sales partnership, or thinking of a sales partnership, and in the best ideal world, we'll have a joint technical roadmap to develop it further. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Ruben. And I'm looking forward to seeing this tool implemented in every single family office and VC fund. Now, moving on to the next country, which is actually where I am right now, France, with two new startups, Ava HR and Suzanne AI. To start off, I'm welcoming on stage Marilyn, Julie, and Claude.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Julie Gladin. I'm the co-founder of Ava HR. I'm here today with Marilyn, my partner, and with Claude, our Lefebvre ambassador. Just to start, few words on Ava. Ava HR is the first generative. Oh, sorry, I forget. Okay. Few words. Ava HR is the first generative AI platform specially designed for HR professionals, created by HR professionals for HR professionals. And it covers the entire scope of HR, recruitment, legal and social aspects, HR marketing, training, by offering more than 80 models, customizable models, and 10 expert virtual coaches. The objective is to relieve the function of time-consuming and non-added value tasks. Our value proposition is based on 3 essential pillars. First, a time saving of 60%, which give time for more strategic tasks. An unlimited source of inspiration and advice in all aspects of the function, and at the same time, an optimal data confidentiality and reliability. Ava's objective is to restore meaning and motivation to HR professionals by refocusing them on the very essence of the work, people. During this proof of concept, we decided to integrate Lefebvre Dalloz Appel Expert offer in the Ava HR user experience. L'Appel Expert offer is its customers a legal information service by phone. Customers ask questions, experts respond based on the Lefebvre database. Once response is provided, customer receives the documentation to support its decision maker. Sorry. This integration allows Ava HR to offer its customer an expert advice in social law when facing critical solutions. This integration is not only improves user interactions, but it contributes to a solid partnership between Lefebvre and Ava. Together, we are setting a new standard for HR management by combining cutting-edge AI with recognized human expertise. Now let's place to the demo.
Hello, everyone. So I will show you how it will look like.
Thomas, help.
It's working.
Okay. Non, c'est pas moi. Oui. Il nous est arrivé la même chose au kick-off. Pour rappel. Pourquoi il veut t'arrêter?
Okay, so here's the Hava platform on which the HR professional has access to 3 major features. So first, it can consult one of the 80 models to generate any contents with AI. It is the first feature. The second one, it can chat with one of the 10 virtual coaches. I think I'm too speed. One of the 10 virtual coaches in the entire scope to obtain answer to all of his questions, still with AI. And finally, we are now implementing the Appel Expert functionality, which will be available just here. And the customer will be able to buy credits directly in the platform and to contact the Appel Expert legal team by phone or by completing the dedicated form into his account, and this form is instantly sent to the Appel Expert legal team, who will provide him an answer. Regarding the synergies, okay, the synergies. So we think that Hava and Lefebvre can really be complementary. Hava is a pure player in AI dedicated to HR, while Lefebvre is known and recognized for the quality of its content and legal services. So we are convinced that the combination of this expertise can bring real value to the HR functions. We also want to democratize AI in business, and more specifically within HR services. And finally, we are convinced, we know how revolutionary AI is, but we remain convinced that it must be used as a tool to increase human capabilities and not to replace them. We therefore want to combine the power of work generated with AI with the human experience and judgment, and in our case, the Appel Expert legal team. So regarding the next steps, we are a little late for this launch, but that's it. It will be ready in 10 days and available in our platform. So we will test it during 6 months, at the end of which we will be able to assess the mutual interest of the partnership and the value for our customers. So now we'll let Claude conclude about the 6 months together.
Thank you very much, Julie and Marilyn. Very shortly, I would say that beyond the satisfaction to have worked together on this very project, I mean, it seems to be very simple, but in fact it is not, because we had to provide a seamless experience to our user at the end, and it is not very easy to do so. If we think about our internal information system, for example, and embedding and integrating everything for a seamless experience, it was not so easy. But we did that. It is very satisfactory at the end. The second point of satisfaction is that at the end, we will manage to have a long-term partnership together on this very service. And third point, we will also think about how to manage together artificial intelligence, as we discussed already about it, but 6 months is very short. One point of improvement, because, well, Lightspeed is also for us a way to think differently and to improve on each step. I would say that an accelerator is all about acceleration, and for acceleration, we need agility. And this is something we need to improve, I would say, internally, because, well, we managed to have hurdles, internal hurdles, and I mean, if we go further without these hurdles, we would be very agile. And as we say, 6 months is very short, and with more agility, we certainly would have been able to do better. But it was very good. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the three of you for this integration, and I'm sure it will bring a lot of great value for our customers. Now, staying in France, I will welcome on stage Jérémy and Sumi to present the work that they did with Suzanne AI.
Perfect. Bonjour. Good morning, everyone. Wow, 6 months already. It's passed so very fast. So let's start with a quick recap about what we do, so you have Suzanne AI in your mind, because it's quite complex. So we are a software company focusing on delivering the best tools to allow companies to deploy responsible AI and secured digital sets. So we do this with governance, compliance, and of course, automation with AI. So why we do this? Because AI and digital projects and assets, they face governance and compliance projects. The more regulation are coming on the market, the hardest it is for companies to comply. At the center of it, we have collaboration friction. You have to collaborate different teams inside the company. Legal persons, risk managers, product owners, data scientists now with AI, and they don't speak the same language, so it's quite hard. And of course, we have a fast evolving context from regulatory perspective, like normative inflation, and we also have the technical state of the art that is evolving very fast. Talking about normative inflation, we have AI-specific regulations, of course. We have specific regulation in different sectors. We have ESG, we have privacy, so it's like a nightmare for companies to understand what's happening.
But at the same time, it has evolved a lot, and for good, I would say, because first of all the normative inflation you mentioned, Jeremy, has come to not an end, but a starting point, because the AI Act is live, soon to be in force, and we have way much more visibility now. We have an actual agenda, we have actual deadlines within 6 months, within 9, 1 year, and 2 years. So we know exactly as companies and as Suzanne AI when to comply and for which aspects. And also, speaking of agenda and speaking of pace, as we all say, we keep saying time is, 6 months, a 6-month period is worth 1 year. There's been a huge acceleration in that Gen AI ecosystem. And we also, as a matter of fact, we had to speed up. And we made lots of things. We had lots of assumptions 6 months ago. Jeremy will come to it, but you learn that we made a slight pivot, so to speak. Jeremy.
Yeah, sure. So let's go back to Milano in Italian, with our friends of Eva HR, I think, on the picture. So what was the goal? So the goal was to deliver grounded legal information, contextualized legal information in an analysis we perform in an automated way into the tool we offer, and to provide better understanding of compliance and regulatory expectation when companies, they operationalize the compliance. So what we did, at the first step, we created co-branded newsletter, actually, to help companies, to give them a bit more of insight on how to implement those new regulation and how to win the operational race on AI regulation. So the first issue is to plan for early September. So we worked a lot on this. We talked with different partners, different customers on the market, and we learned a lot of things from those discussions. So what we learned here, first, normative inflation is a real burden for companies. It's something that all companies expressed. It's something they really struggle to operationate at scale. Second, companies, they want to secure digital assets in general. AI is a big part of the digital transformation roadmap, but they also care about cybersecurity, privacy, ESG, all kind of regulation, actually. And then the most important part, Gen AI is mature enough to be used in production use cases with a high level of confidence that we can deploy added value solutions, but it requires specific and truly innovative approaches. So we updated the project we wanted to deliver. It is reflected in the platform of Suzanne AI. So we improved the product a lot. We add advanced AI features. We were able to automate the analysis of a lot of norms and regulation, and deliver better contextualized, tailored guidance on demand. But it works very well with approx 20 norms. But if you want to do this at scale, it's getting a bit harder. So we thought about something else.
We were invited to think about something else, actually, because this is what we call a very interesting, a very exciting opportunity. Actually, right now in France, there is public funding for innovation called France 2030 with millions of euros. And we decided, along with Suzanne, not only, as you can see, to apply to this ambitious program, which focuses for 2024 on enabling, accelerating the adoption of generative AIs in the economy. The economy, starting with the legal profession. So when I say we were invited to, I mean it literally, because the French Ministry of Economy suggested we apply. So we made what we call a consortium. And before Jeremy explains what we are going to do in the next months, what I would like to mention is that I love this starting story because it is fully aligned with what we are building in terms of AI-ready company strategy, and also in terms of open innovation for years. thanks to Lightspeed Acceleration Program, because in this consortium, you might read SideQuest, which was part of the previous batch. And we have also Easy Quorum, which is a former startup dedicated to governance, which was years ago a partner of Lefebvre Sarrut also.
Yes, and we have wonderful strategic industrial partners such as Airbus, that everybody may know in Europe, Fnac Darty, much more known in France, I think, but very big company as well, and top top academic partners with Anity, Ottawa University, and Toulouse University. They have been recognized in the AI cluster by the French president a few weeks ago. So we think we have a very solid consortium, and we are working to push further the AI integration. We are wondering ourselves, how can we integrate AI in a more agile way, always, but also do this at scale to automate as much as possible the AI compliance and regulatory compliance in a more broad acception. And as Eva HR said, also the goal here is not, of course, to replace persons, but to empower them, to give them more acceptable, to accompany them in the way AI race is going on, to help them. And it is something very important with SideQuest as well, working on the accompaniment and everything. So yeah, we are very excited about this. So to wrap up, I would say for Suzanne AI, for us, Lightspeed was a key opportunity for us. It has clearly driven our growth in the last 6 months. We enriched a lot our understanding of the market. It improved our credibility, of course, and we had the opportunity to work with the team with wide and various knowledge, something very hard to mobilize as a small company. And I see Capucine in the room as well. And together, we leverage and mobilized actors and resources in a very short time frame. So it was very challenging for this appel à projet, as we say in France. But we are very happy and looking forward to continue this wonderful collaboration.
As for me, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Sumi. And very interesting project that showcases that we have even new other ways to work with startups from now on. Now, moving on to the next country, we're going to go to Germany. As I was mentioning, it's their first time joining Lightspeed. So, Florian, Julia, I will let you the floor.
Perfect. Hello. I hope everyone can hear us. No different countries. So basically, we started 6 months ago with the project then that we devised back then in Milano. The idea was specifically for tax advisors, how can they leverage basically the notes that it takes through emails or basically customer meetings that they have with their clients and combine it with the aggregate knowledge that is in Stolfus and Juris, with the database, with the commentaries, the law text, and of course the court hearings that are within the Stolfus system. So the idea is that at the end, a tax advisor can ask questions about against both the information that are coming from Stolfus, but also the information that are within the meetings that he has with his clients. So essentially, we set ourselves with a couple of pretty ambitious goals. So number one, of course, we wanted to have a working prototype which already integrates the Stolfus and Juris data into the system. But this prototype must be able to do and achieve a couple of things. Number one, it must be able to precisely answer legal text questions. But not only that, also show the precise sources down to the paragraph of the information that the AI is taking to answer said question. And of course, we wanted to have backlinks to the US platform to be able to actually give quick access to the information and the original cited text, of course. We wanted to test these results to have a reliable way of understanding, okay, how good does the AI work in this context with the different information that we have in there. So we set our ambitious goal to have over 1,000 questions or queries that we wanted to ask against the database with an average of 85% or more accuracy. And we wanted to have some market feedback as well. So we included German tax advisors to test the system to give us basically feedback from the market itself. So most of the project was basically to get all the information and the data basically also into our system, because tax law is quite complicated. There are several variables that have to be considered here, but we managed to actually integrate the system, and now we have the working prototype where you can basically ask against the whole corpus. So basically the whole information that are in court hearings or in laws basically that are coming from Stolfus and yours. Or you can also choose to combine that with the meeting notes or, for example, emails or other documents that the tax advisor is basically uploading to the system. We tested it, of course, with slightly more than 1,000 legal questions. We actually inputted almost 2,000 questions and had an average accuracy rate of 94.49%, so almost 95%, and which is actually quite a promising results, basically, given the short time that we had here. And it, of course, gives you an access to the exact sources, so you can have a quick way of reading through and skimming basically whether or not the AI-generated answer is in fact true. And of course, we included links to the US platform, so if you click on one of these sources, you are redirected directly to the US platform. We, of course, tested it also with the market. We basically had a tax advisor who looked at the system, who basically answered, used the system and gave us quite good feedback here as well. So basically, they gave us the feedback that it's quite astonishing what the software already can do. So this is actually quite promising, essentially, to be able to continue with this project as well. And the main question that we asked ourselves, how to proceed or possible outlooks into the future. There are several things that we're going to discuss in this afternoon. And we're going to basically have a look at whether or not technology can be provided for the US and Stolfus universe, or the other way around as well, because we have a couple of clients that are highly interested in this as well. And on the other side, the idea is basically that we now have the capability to be able to upload a contract to the platform and then basically select different laws from the Stolfus and US universe and then analyze that contract based on the information from the database. So basically automate this process even further to be able to then at some point even have an automated analysis of basically any contract that you upload to the system. Yeah, I'll give over to Julia.
As on every good journey, we have learned a lot. With pleasure, we have tested different feature applications from Tucan AI and we see possible users. During the dataset integration, we have learned that our dataset is usable for an external AI without any further customization from our side. And we have improved our ability to explain our dataset. Tax law data places a high demands on an AI. For example, the different tax periods are not easy to handle for an AI tool. In order to overcome all these challenges, the development of an AI system is very time-consuming. And there are also new challenges for our customers because they have to learn how to write a quality prompt in order to get a good result. Yes, and finally, our first Lightspeed Accelerator is completed and we gained a lot of insight into the startup world. Thank you to Tucan AI.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Florian. All things sounds very promising. So congratulations, and I'm looking forward to hear from your meeting this afternoon. We are getting to the end of our event with our two last startups. Let's go to Belgium to discover another knowledge management project developed with Artificial and Larcier Intersentia. Jorit, Marnik, it's your turn.
Perfect. So I'm Jorit from Artificial. I'm doing more of the commercial side at Artificial, though I studied computer science in the past. And then we have Jasper. Jasper is our tech lead. He's a brilliant software engineer, so he's worked at Adobe in San Francisco earlier, but also, like for example, CoSandbox in the Netherlands, and I'm currently going full speed on our products of Artificial. As should be noted though, we're both like tech guys, so it's pretty important that to have that like connection with fields, to have that legal connection, and that's why we release our customers typically, and here for example for this talk, Winston as a co-creation partner, and then definitely also Larcy and Sensia, because we noted that we need their feedback to get the product entirely right. So we did multiple iterations. So what we actually noticed is that law firms do have a very extensive internal database consisting of earlier conclusions, but also of, let's say, internal case law. However, they are not leveraging that yet. And that's actually the main purpose of this talk, integrating both case law, legislation, and legal doctrine from Lefebvre and Sensia, but then also with internal conclusions that can be reused and all such.
So what we did was use the AI tool of our PCA, an AI tool in which you can ask questions and it generates answers. Together with Winston, the law firm that is pretty new, very digital oriented, which put at disposal their documentation on house rental, because that was the case or the domain that we chose together with them to have all their input on and their information on house rental, together with around 800 documents from our database concerning house rental, put them together and see two things. What is the user thinking about it? Is it good for them to combine both databases and have good results? And secondly, test, could we combine these databases? Is it technically possible? Business-wise possible? Do we have hurdles or not? So this is the part that we elaborated.
Okay, so let me just show you a video of how our solution works. So the user, a lawyer, has the ability to ask a question, and then it will start searching through the documents, being it the data from Lefebvre and Sensia, but also their own internal conclusions and their own internal case law. And then, as you see here, there will be an answer made up coming from the underlying sources. And we also have inline references, which you can click through and directly see, okay, it's coming from this paragraph and from that paragraph. Secondly, there's also an ability to ask follow-up questions, like here. Starts. Yes. And then, for example, with the earlier context, then you can ask for a draft of a termination letter, and then it will be starting to build that up as well. Okay, so about the results of this box. So we noted that we actually do get very accurate answers on the legal questions, always within 10 seconds, which was very important for lawyers to make it like very intuitive and very just fluent. Secondly, is also the ability that follow-up questions, it gives them the ability to spar. As you saw earlier, you can like go deeper within certain topics, first get a broad overview and then dive deeper in certain parts. So that's also a key thing that we noticed that's very important that we worked on. Also important to say, like all the documents of the law firm, which were about 200 documents, they were all embedded in less than five minutes, which actually gives them the ability to just upload one extra document, and within seconds it's entirely worked out and embedded, and you can start searching on it. And then also one final thing to note for me is that internal documents of law firms are to them, if they can start reusing those earlier conclusions, it gives them the ability to work much more efficiently. Oh, yes. Okay.
So just a second. Okay. So was everything okay? Were there no hurdles? Yes, there were. But we managed them. So the manual linking of the two with the databases outside the Google Drive, etc., went pretty well. We did not have any issues on that part. Part where we had issues was agreements on the case management system that allowed to enter us and to connect with them. So it was not a technical issue, it was more a human business issue to enter that. But of course, for API connections, we need to really standardization and to have a framework of how to elaborate these APIs. So this was a thing that came up that we learned. Secondly, one of the things that we learned was a little bit unexpected, but they say in the answers, for instance, we don't want the little numbers for the sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and check the sources, but there we really want the official reference. So we can copy paste the whole text. That was a feedback of the law firm, because they say if we want to copy paste the answer, we really want to copy paste it completely. So if we say we have an answer, we copy it in conclusions for a lawyer, we copy everything. And if we don't have the references, the DNA references, as they are known in Belgium, yeah, you have to write them manually. And so it's better to have a copy paste of everything at once. And yeah, as a conclusion, global conclusion, I think the law firm was really enchanted with what they had and with results. So we tested two things: the technical part that went really good. In a few days, we could connect all the databases once we entered them. And secondly, the experience, that's perhaps a conclusion we don't have on the slide, but they were really enchanted to be able to work with this tool and to say we can ask for advices, we can ask for anything at the tool for our own work, but also to go to the clients with, for instance, an advice for the things he has to do in the case that he has. So these are the conclusions for Belgium.
Thank you, Marnik. Thank you, Jorrit. Once again, a very promising project for our customers. And now, to conclude this event, we're heading to Spain to discover the last project of this season with Javier from Renaissance and Deborah Cornejo for Lefebvre. The floor is yours.
Already, yeah. Good morning, everybody. First of all, thank you very much, Thomas, for this organization, and thank you to all of you for being here. We've been working 6 months now with Renaissance. Okay?
No. Working the presentation.
¿Empieza otra vez?
No. Sigue con.
So we've been working for 6 months now with Renaissance. We can tell you we have a POC. We have made a POC together. We have involved 3 customers, 2 of them very on it. They are already testing the platform with their own documents, their own use cases. That is very important because the fact of having, of being testing with real cases, it permits to us to provide to Renaissance with a real world, let's say. And that's very important because it's the way to really make nice solutions and nice products. Javier.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Spain team. It's true that it's a very wonderful work with you guys. Thank you. Now to start, I want to start with the different new features and new things or innovations that we have development in the last month in the platform. The first one is in the Reinforce platform. You know, Reinforce is our new platform that we adapt to the different processes on base to the legal clients in the day of the lawyers, like how they work with the different processes with the AI. The second thing is Arca AI. Arca AI is a new AI process or AI architecture that we integrated in the Reinforce platform to create new models and new micro models to understand and to adapt to the day-to-day to the lawyers and the legal processes. The third thing that we improve is the disruptive and innovative new feature called Worker Genius. The Worker Genius is so innovative because allow to the user to create new processes on base to the conversational words. A user can to configure a new process with words, and this is converted to the AI process. Finally, Stargate. Stargate is the piece, if you remember, that is the joint between the AI processes and the real world of the data of the companies. And we are improved Stargate to connect with these data resources and the categorization of the documentation in base of the legal documents and the legal content. Now I have to, I want to present a new demo on base of a real case. Imagine that we are a legal company where the lawyers need to consult and share new documents and new content every day. And imagine that one client requests us to search a case or search a document with information of the agreement. Okay, was in this platform, the platform have two views. The first view is the AI search, where we have different workers that is improved to search document in different data resources in the company. In this case, for example, sorry, because it's in Spanish, because the knowledge is real with the Lefebvre knowledge, and this contract is real. In this case, we are query, give me the contract of the purchase of, in this case, tomato sauce. It's a real document. The worker search in all knowledge database and find this document in focus in the purchase of the tomato sauce. You can see the different information, blah, blah, blah. And now you can Q&A with this document. In the Q&A, you connect with the AI, with the Arca AI, and catch the information in base of the query. This is so complex because it needs only one model. In the back, there are 5-6 models that understand the query, share the information, key the results, etc., and return the query. And finally, we have other workers because the worker is a lot of limit of possibilities. For example, let's send an email. Okay, I find information in the contract, I find information for the agreement, I need to send this information to the client. Okay, send an email to Javier Renais AI, Javier Martin, with the information of this that the AI find in the knowledge database. The AI cut all this information and now send the email to the clients. Okay, they send the email is yet, and now for show you that this is real. I recite the new email with all information in English, okay? Because the AI is multi-language, you can configure configuration in different language, etc., and the possibilities for that is no limits, okay? And this is so powerful. The workers and the Stargate is so powerful because we have a different lot of functions in the back to process different queries and different informations, but Stargate have the capacity to understand the query of the user and create, if not exceeds the function or the code necessary to make the request of the user. This is so powerful. And now?
Yeah, this is so powerful. I think Lefebvre has provided to Renais three important things. First of all, the engaged clients, the engaged customers. It's very important to have, as we have said, people using in real cases the platform in real life, let's say. So that's important because it's not so easy to find customers willing to work with you without any money. But yeah, we've done that. And I think secondly, the deep knowledge we have about our documents, about our juridical context. That's I think that's very important for Renais because we have learned that what is key to find and how to find it. Because, as I said, it's a juridical context. It's not so easy or so simple. And of course, we offer to Renais our Lefebvre ecosystem, a suite of solutions where Renais solutions can be plugged in. So I don't know if I've told you what I think this project is gonna be. This is gonna be La Bomba. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Javier. As you said, Deborah, it sounds very powerful, and I'm looking forward to hear more from it in the future. And this is it. We have heard from all of the 8 startups of the 3rd season. But before I let Maria take over and conclude this event, I would like to thank every single person that was involved in the Lefebvre Sarrut Accelerator program. So the startups, of course, the innovation ambassadors, but also all the other stakeholders that helped creating those prototypes and proof of concept. So one big applause. Now, Maria, I will let you take on the final word for this demo day. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, Thomas. Don't leave, Thomas. I want to congratulate you for the great job you have done in this program. Congratulations, it has been great. We had a goal, I don't know if you remember, have 8 product service tangible at the end of the session. And I think we have it. So congratulations, there is a lot behind all this, what we have seen today. So it's a lot of work, a lot of effort. And I want also to thank the ambassadors, but not only the ambassadors that have the label of ambassador, because I know behind the ambassador, there are a lot of people helping with generosity, with a lot of time and sharing their experience and sharing the connections and helping the startups to be there. So it has been a great session, I think. I hope you have all enjoyed, have had fun, have learned a lot. And today this session finishes, but it starts a new chapter. Is a chapter of collaboration. We have seen a lot of things that can be put in place and that we can start to work from now. So thanks to all. Thanks to the communication team and the IT teams that had been today working quite a lot. This session was not easy on the connections and we did great. So let's go, let's move, and we will see each other on the 4th session very soon. Thank you very much.
you.